So you want to go with simple exercise for the shoulder, for example. You could just start with small circle like this and going bigger and bigger and bigger. You don't do this for half an hour. You do this for 5 minutes. Then those kind of things to open your ribs, that's really the best thing pour les Français. Vous voulez commencer, c'est pas en coupant votre morceau de bois ou c'est pas en jouant de la hache que vous allez vous échauffer. Donc ce genre de petits exercices où on fait des petits ronds et de plus en plus grands. Et en fait on recrute l'épaule, les côtes. Et ça c'est simple, il n'y a pas besoin de le faire pendant 3 heures, juste 5 minutes avant de commencer. Ça, très simple, ça échauffe les muscles. Faites ça 2 minutes, 5 minutes, comme vous voulez, mais commencez avec ça. So basically, those are really the few things you can do to warm up the body. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you will see it's just recruiting more and more the articulation you will need. Then when you work, especially when you learn something new, you tend to stress, so you tend to close everything. So basically, the really, one of the basic stuff I can give you is that oxygen is the most important thing. Your brain needs oxygen to function. So one of the easiest thing you can do for yourself, when you've been working like this a lot or when you've been stressing over something, it's just to relax, tilt your head on one side, and big breathing. And you do this 2-3 times on each side. The reason why, French. Quand vous avez travaillé un petit moment et que vous êtes crispé, vous avez appris quelque chose de nouveau, alors vous êtes encore plus crispé, le premier truc à faire, le truc le plus simple, c'est d'apporter plus d'oxygène au cerveau pour pouvoir fonctionner mieux. La meilleure façon de le faire, on incline la tête, on descend l'épaule et on inspire à fond. The reason why, it's because you've got a muscle here. I'm not going to go into detail anatomy, okay, but just for you to understand. You've got a muscle that has two belly and is linked on your carotid. And basically, your vessels are kind of flattish, not completely, but they are not opening well. If you do this, the muscle is in tension and suddenly the arteries is really wide open and you've got a direct increase of oxygen into the brain. I give this to many students when they stress over a period of time. It's the best thing you can do to really have a huge input of oxygen. Donc, quand vous étirez comme ça, il y a le muscle digastrique qui vient ouvrir une artère et en respirant, vous avez tout de suite plus d'oxygène au cerveau, vous voyez les choses plus clairement. Ok, so one of the simple exercise again that I can give you is we all tend to have wrist problem because it's just the way we were. So by putting your fingers like this and you make sure that you keep your forearm together. And the main thing again, okay, because there's plenty of video on stretching and everything, one of the main things you have to understand is it doesn't matter if you bend like this or if you bend like this. It has to be a quality of movement over a quantity of movement. Some people, they can just extend like crazy. Doesn't make them better than you. Your normality might be just this, mine is there. Don't look for quantity, look for quality of movement. Non-painful and just slight stretching in the muscle. Donc quand vous faites des exercices d'étirement, c'est pas la peine d'aller chercher de la quantité de mouvement, il faut que ce soit une qualité de mouvement. Il y a des gens qui sont super lax, d'autres qui ne le sont pas. Ça ne veut pas dire que l'un est meilleur que l'autre. So, come back to these exercises. You just put your finger like this, forearm together, and you start doing small movements like this. I'm doing it on really quite often. You're doing it badly. Forearms together. And this, you can just do this, okay? You will feel in your wrist, logically, if you do it good. It will just give more movement. And you do the other side. Don't try to go like this at the beginning. Try to really keep together and small movement. A complete rotation. This will save you for problem in the wrist obviously and the elbow. Donc ce genre de mouvement, ça sert à rien d'aller chercher tout de suite comme ça. Il faut bien avoir les avant-bras collés et c'est des petites rotations dans un sens et dans l'autre. Vous pouvez faire ça 2, 3, 4 minutes tous les jours, même si vous n'avez pas fait de sculpture ce jour-là, c'est toujours bon d'en faire. So, you can do this even when you don't carve, okay? It's something that it helps anyway. One of the other things, even if you don't want to have an increased oxygen in the brain, you can just push with the hands towards the ground and you just stretch, and you should have along your triceps and your forearms really a nice stretching in here in the traps, okay? Don't go, it has to be non-painful. If you can hold it for 30 seconds, that's good. If you can hold it for a minute, that's better. But 30 seconds is already good. You do this on both sides. You push with your palm towards the ground and you just stretch the neck. Donc, juste, vous poussez avec la paume de la main vers le sol. Ça va étirer toute la chaîne musculaire et vous étirez le cou. Si ça vous fait mal, vous insistez pas. One thing I did not say for the English speaking, if it's painful, you just stop before the pain. Even if it's just this, okay? As long as you feel the stretching. Pain, we don't want to talk about it. So you do this on both sides. Then for this cut, for example, that a lot of us are doing, you're closing everything. Your rib cage is moving like this and like this. So you have to take care of this. So if you're like this all the time carving, you're closing everything, you're stressing your diaphragm. Again, bad oxygen in the brain, bad oxygen in the muscle, it's not working. Donc quand on fait beaucoup cette prise là, je sais plus comment ça s'appelle, mais bref, quand on est beaucoup comme ça, on ferme. Et votre cage thoracique, elle a ce mouvement là et ce mouvement là. Donc c'est sur ça qu'il faut travailler. So one of the most simple thing again, okay, you just go like this. So you don't bend like this. You don't want to fuck your low back, okay? You just breathe and you lift. You're trying to reproduce this movement in your rib cage, okay? So it's really just grab your shoulder, you don't stress, you just... And this you can do every day, basically. It's really helping. Then for this bucket handle movement, same thing, you go and it's simple, don't force it. Again, it doesn't have to be painful. It's rubbish. If anyone tells you it has to be painful, forget about it. It's no need. Pour les Français. Donc, les deux mouvements de côte, c'est ça et ça. Alors pour le premier, on se met comme ça, on inspire et on fait bien bouger. Je ne sais pas si vous le voyez bien, mais c'est vraiment la partie thoracique qui bouge. Mes lombaires, elles ne bougent pas. Donc, c'est bien d'avoir les pieds bien au sol, les genoux un peu pliés. Et vraiment, c'est juste ça, quoi. Ça, vous pouvez le faire tous les jours. Et l'autre, toujours pareil. Et vous devez le sentir au niveau des côtes que ça s'ouvre. Yeah, one thing for the English speaking, sorry. You can just bend a bit the knees, then you're sure you're not moving your pelvis, okay? Because really, you don't want to do this. That's completely stupid. One of the other things you can do, it's just you grab your wrist like this and you pull backwards. For those of you which are having quite a lax shoulder, you can bring them up. That will again stretch all the upper arms, stretch your shoulder, stretch the pectoralis. So again, when you do like this, you tend to crisp here the muscles. So just opening. You can, I do it with the wrist because then I stretch my wrist also, and you do it grabbing the other wrist. And it's just breathing and stretching. Again, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Donc pour les Français, un autre exercice pour ouvrir la cage thoracique et pour étirer le membre supérieur, on attrape le poignet et on tire vers l'arrière comme ça. Si vous êtes un petit peu plus souple des épaules, vous pouvez essayer de remonter ici. C'est pas mauvais. Et de l'autre côté, l'autre poignet, on étire, on ouvre. Still for the wrist, one thing you can do with this is just turning and going down. It's just, okay, you grab it, you turn, and you go down towards your belly button. It will stretch this part. Again, that's no need, just, and it stretches here. You can even just do this. If it's painful when you go down to the belly button, you stop. Over the month, you will go down, that's sure. Donc un des autres exercices pour avant-bras poignet, vous attrapez la main et vous descendez vers le, comment on dit, belly button? Nombril, merci. Et tout simplement, ici, je ne me tords pas la main, je la maintiens simplement. Ok, c'est pas non, c'est juste je maintiens pour pouvoir bien descendre. What else? This. Yeah, one of the simple one. This. Okay. Again, some people they will put the finger here. Good for them. It's their normality. We don't have to. Okay. So basically, this is good. If this is proof painful, you can do it on the ground. You just go like this, and then you come and you put your ass in between your feet. And this will just stretch both at the same time. This one you can just do one at the same time. So there in front, and then you go down. It will stretch this part, which is one of the main muscles we are using as when we are carving. Yeah, you just, if you cannot, you just go down, okay? You can do it the other way around, like this, like you see. I don't have a lot of movement there, but that's fine. It's stretching the upper part. Yeah.
J'ai rarement vu un gros convertir autant de monde à la fois, ça arrive.
Mais la mec, c'est par là. Hein. So, pour les Français, excusez-moi, j'ai un peu oublié là. Donc, il y a cet étirement que vous pouvez faire, mais vous pouvez le faire qu'un côté à la fois. Alors encore une fois, hein, ça sert à rien d'essayer d'aller mettre le bout des doigts sur le coude, ça va pas arranger les choses. Donc ça, calmement, inspiration, expiration, et on tire sur l'expiration, mais alors très légèrement, et pas de secousse, hein. On tire de façon constante. Et quand on atteint un mouvement où on sent qu'on ne peut pas tirer plus, on reste là et on respire. Et c'est très bien comme ça. Si vous voulez gagner du temps, et si vous n'avez pas de problème de genoux, mettez comme ça et vous venez poser les fesses entre les pieds et ça étire les deux côtés en même temps. Un exercice simple d'étirement, vous pouvez faire le matin avant de vous réveiller, vous pouvez le faire tous les jours et vous pouvez le faire aussi après avoir passé une journée à faire de la sculpture. So one of the exercises you can do, which is really the most easy, it's for lazy people, that's why I love it really a lot. You just lay on your back, you put your toes the maximum in front, and you try to stretch yourself. And you do this. This is brilliant, and it works wonder because it's the whole body you're stretching. If it's rainy like in Brittany and you cannot lie on the ground, you can just do this, okay? It's also working. That's about it. I don't want to make your head too much for the upper part. For those of you who turn, you might want to have a few exercises for your pelvis because basically you always push with the same leg. So you're blocking one of your sides, which is not so good. So basically, and everyone will laugh, you just go the size of your hip, bend a bit the knees, and you just do a nice belly dance. One side, the other side. But it's not this. I don't care about your knees. I want your pelvis to work, okay? So really, like a bit sitting and just belly dance. Eh? See? This is really working well. One of the things for the legs also you want to do is just, you will mainly stretch this one, because she's the one pushing, but you have to do it both ways. Just grab a wall if you cannot, if you're Scottish basically, you want to grab a wall. Okay, Marcus? It's better, it's safer. And then you just hold it and you pull until here you feel the sensation. And again, 30 seconds, 45 seconds maximum. J'ai encore oublié les Français. Pour les gens qui tournent, il est important de travailler sur le bassin. Donc un des petits exercices, je ne vais pas le refaire, mais c'est la danse du ventre. On prend l'écartement des hanches, on plie un peu les genoux et on bouge le bassin uniquement. Si c'est un petit mouvement, c'est pas grave. Encore une fois, c'est de la qualité qu'on cherche. Et le deuxième exercice, pour étirer quadriceps, on attrape le pied, on le remonte derrière. Pour certains, ça va être ça, avant de sentir l'étirement. Pour d'autres, ça va être là. On s'en fout. Le principal, c'est de sentir l'étirement ici. And the last one, and then you're free to go. On the ground, like this, grab your knee, you put it up, it will stretch here, the tibia. If you can, okay? And this, nothing more than this. Both sides. That's about it. The one thing, and I will not advertise for osteopaths, you can find many different people who do the same as I do, but you cannot stretch a body which is already fucked, okay? That's not gonna work. So just go and get treatment with someone you trust. Even if someone tells you this one is the best, if you don't connect with this person, find your own therapist. Whatever it is. If it's yoga, tai chi, qigong, but try to have an aligned body, and that should be plenty enough. One last piece of advice, but everyone should know that: drink plenty of water. And that's about it. Any questions? Whoa. Nothing? Thank you all. Everything is in the box.